Hey, my loves, welcome to another episode of Insync Toronto. It's your girl, Oyin, and I am here, listen, with the most beautiful ladies of Toronto, okay? I'm going to let them introduce themselves, so yeah.
Hello, I'm Ral Onyes, and I am a lifestyle blogger and a makeup artist. So if you want your face beat, reach out to me at Makeup by Love Glam on Instagram. And I also own a travel curation company called 360 Vacations. So if you want to escape this terrible winter, hit me up and I got you. And I'm super, super excited to be here today to gist with this lovely, beautiful babe.
Thanks, baby girl.
Hi guys, my name is Fa. I'm a support worker and I'm also a chef. I have a food business on Instagram. It's called Appetite by Fa. So, I mean, it's winter, right? You might not want to cook, so holla at me, I got you.
Come on, holla at your girl.
I will definitely be hollering.
Right? No, ladies, thank you so much for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. I'm like so excited. I like how we're like, different colors. It's giving like brunchy,
yes, girl,
wintery vibe. But let's just have that gist and cocktail, that S drinks mocktail right there. Let's have a conversation. Different topics here and there. Be raw, be honest. No one's gonna judge you. Let's get right into it. You guys ready?
Sounds good.
Okay, first of all, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah. It's getting really cold, but nothing we can handle.
I mean, it's Canada. What do
What
you expect?
No, but yesterday was so cold. Like I was
mad.
saying, it felt like January winter in the middle of November.
Yeah, it was mad.
It was really
It
brutal.
was mad. Okay.
Yeah, other than that, we're good.
Nice. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so what would you guys do? Yeah, your friend who was a bridesmaid, right, dropped out of your wedding like a week to the wedding, or maybe like let's be nice, maybe a few weeks, a month, a few months to the wedding. The year the wedding's happening, she dropped out of the wedding, and then you found out it's because she also set her wedding date for the following weekend after your wedding. How would you guys feel? Because you found out after she dropped out.
I'm gonna let you start with that
Wow,
one.
baby girl.
While I take a sip of my drink.
Okay. So first off, I want to believe that if she's really my friend, we would have spoken about the dates and them coinciding or whatever. But she not telling me about it, and I'm finding out like weeks to my wedding. That feels like a setup, basically. Like because it takes like time. Because I want to believe I sat down, took time to curate my bride's list, and then you're coming to me weeks before. I would be upset, but beauty has to be beauty, and I can't be stressed. So you have to have like a backup plan. I'll probably get someone else that might not have been my first choice. It sounds kind of brutal, but let's be honest. Like plan. You have like close friends that you've known for like a while, and then one of them drops out. Of course, you're gonna reach out to somebody, maybe a cousin or a family friend or someone that knows somebody. Somebody has to fill that gap because. Obviously I have a groomsman waiting to walk in with someone, so like I have to find somebody else. But I mean, I'll deal with my friend later, but she's not going scot-free. But like
being punished.
Let me get through my wedding first. But that's actually really, really wicked.
But she can come to yours still as a guest.
Oh no.
Why can't she come to your wedding as a
she
guest?
broke my heart. I'm just kidding. Like maybe she wants to come as a guest, maybe. Okay. But stay out of my way, basically. Like,
dang, okay.
Come as a guest, do your Snapchat, Instagram, whatever you have to do. Bring a gift, say hi to me and everything. But don't try to get involved as much, because that would be like you're rubbing it in my face. That would be like I took something from you, but I'm still here kind of situation. Yeah, I feel. But she could come as a guest if she wants to.
I feel you. I feel you. How about you?
I feel like for this, I have a lot of questions. Yeah. Because you dropped out a few weeks to my wedding and yours is an upper weekend. So are we really friends? That I didn't know that your wedding was occurring. Yeah. Like the thing is, I would never hold anyone like to, I don't know, a death penalty for dropping out because people have reasons, right? Yeah. But if we're really friends enough for me to ask you to be my bridesmaid, you should at least let me know ahead of time that, hey, maybe I want to channel all of my financial savings towards my wedding. Yeah. And even like I said, like your wedding shouldn't be a surprise to me. So either, again, if you're friends enough to be in my bridal train, chances are I'm also close enough to you to have been on yours or be asked to be on yours. Exactly. So I should have known about your wedding. So if your wedding just popped out of nowhere, then maybe we need to reevaluate
There's a hidden
the friendship.
agenda.
Yeah, exactly. Like, are you just, I don't know, disappearing to go get married, or is it an actual planned things where people are attending?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when you're planning a wedding, you're probably very stressed. So saying, oh, I'm going to sit down and have a talk is probably not going to happen until after the wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it happens, just a lot of reevaluation. And to, I guess, add on to what she's saying, can she still attend the wedding? Yeah. Like if, like, again, I think maybe because I'm just focusing on if it's a financial issue, because I can't really think of any other reason someone will drop out except, hey, like, bridesmaid stuff is getting expensive, because being in a wedding is expensive, right?
Yeah.
So if it's financial related, I will understand.
Yeah.
But if it's just because I want to focus on this, like, you don't plan a wedding in a month. You know, you've been juggling both, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm gonna end it with that one.
I don't think I'm gonna understand if it's financial, because I feel like if you have spoken to me ahead of time, I would be able to, you know, let you know if I could help.
I think financial is very precarious. Like, I could have a good today, and like, God forbid something happens tomorrow, and let's say I'm already putting, I don't know, like 50, 60K towards my wedding. That's probably a good chunk of your savings, if not, you know, a good amount, right? So if something was to happen, I don't know, God forbid, you lose your job, I'm not going to say, no, you should have told me ahead of time, because when something happens, especially a financial strain, you don't just utter it out. Like, you take your time to digest it. Like, is this really happening to me? If it's probably depressing to you, and then you share it with your friends. So I'm not going to hold you like, oh, you should have told me. I should have, I would have lended you. Because lending you means you still have to pay me back or something.
Exactly.
So then when it comes to finance, I will understand 100%. But any other thing around that, finance and sickness, health, and maybe it's like a health thing, I'll understand.
So what would you do? Talks of wedding, your friend actually got engaged. She was proposed to on the day of your wedding.
Like at my wedding?
At your wedding.
Did the hubby tell me first? Or tell my husband?
No, it literally just you turned around on the dance floor and it's like, oh my gosh, oh yes.
No, that's very narcissistic. No, I'm sorry. No.
So, but okay, what would you do if the hubby actually came to him like, hey, I want to propose to your friend, are you okay with it? What would you actually say? Because for me, sorry, no.
It depends. Like,
no.
If it's like, I don't know. No. If we have some kind of sentimental connection, like let's say something wild, like, I don't know, we both got asked out the same month, or we're dating, like this person is this person's best friend, like the boyfriends are besties or something. Like if there's some kind of sentimental ties, I may say sure, but chances are right now, know what I know, I probably won't agree because it's your day. Like, it should be all about you.
For me, it's a flat out no, because basically you're trying to use my own money, my wedding, as a way of decoration for your proposal. Sorry, because when you're doing proposals, you're gonna obviously get the flowers, the whole "will you marry me" sign, everything. I'm sorry, you're not gonna use my own wedding, my own event planner, my own flowers. Okay, flowers are what, 20K, 10K to use to propose? No, because it's all about me and my hubby that day. Just give me that time. If you want to propose, do it the day after. In fact, the day before, I don't mind. But that day, I'm kicking you out.
Exactly. Like, why does it have to be
unless you're my twin sister, and I don't even have a twin.
See, if it was like that, okay, so for example now, like my boyfriend has a twin, so if it was something like that, there's a sentimental tie to it.
Like,
so I would say I would agree.
Different, there's a what do they call that thing, the pamphlet, the one they give you for the order of events.
Okay.
Even if you're my twin, it has to be sometime that the attention is not on me.
Maybe like dancing.
Not like I'm dancing in and then I'm hearing.
No.
So even as my twin, if it does have to happen, then that should be.
That's why I should know ahead of time. B, sit down and discuss. C, walk me through your action plan. Like, so when are you going to? Not when I'm crying or when I'm like, oh, hubby, and you're like, will you marry? Like, no. But it's a conversation that
if you're my twin, that's the only time it's allowed.
Yeah, so it's only time.
No, I feel like, with your boyfriend, okay, he's a twin. It's understandable because obviously the families are all there. Everyone's there already. So it makes sense, family and friends. They probably have the same group of friends already. Yeah. But sorry, no. Like anyone else, bye. Girls like us, what would you do? Let's say your mother-in-law, wanted you to actually like do a traditional piece in your wedding. Like there's something that maybe, I don't know, your boyfriend's family probably do something very traditional with yours, but you don't want it. You want to just do the bland traditional part and that's it. Keep it moving.
So is there a reason why you don't want it?
I don't know, for your own personal, maybe you don't want that part of, I don't know.
There has to be a reason. There's a reason.
There has to be a reason, but like, what would you do? She's like putting it in your brain, like, no, you have to do it. If you don't do it, the wedding is not happening. But you have your reason, and to you, it's a good reason. But you don't want it. But she's forcing it down on you. She's basically saying, if you don't do it, the wedding is not happening, or it's gonna be trouble.
I feel like I'll need more context as to why she would actually try to like literally force it down my throat. Like, you have to.
It has to be something.
But if it's not something that is gonna be dangerous to me, or it's not something against my religion, or if it's something I could actually just, it's also a day, whether I like it or not. Like, she's also, I mean, they say in Nigerian culture, your wedding is actually for your parents.
Yeah.
No, my traditional wedding is for my parents.
The traditional part is for my parents. The
so that traditional part is for them.
Yeah.
So like, if it's something I could actually just let go of, like, okay, let me just do it just to make her happy.
Yeah.
But then I will let her know that, okay, yes, I don't really want to do this, but I'm just doing it because. So she knows that, okay, I'm just compromising because it's you, not on normal day. And I won't want her to extend it out of the wedding and be like, okay, anything I ask her to do, she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So like, we really have to talk about why that thing is important.
So let's say it's something so crazy that you're like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. Maybe
in
their cult. This is the most disgusting example. So I'm sorry, guys. The first thing that came to my
head. Blood?
Not even that.
Oh God,
that's disgusting.
No, bro.
Let's say, I don't know, in their culture, you have to like wash the feet.
Wash what?
Like your fiance's feet, like in front of everybody, or something like that. As part of the culture, you have to wash it, and then you have to kiss the feet.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, I don't know about the kissing.
It's part of the culture. You have to, as a way of respecting your heart, you gotta wash it, and when you're done washing it, you have to kiss it and bow.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this based on my culture. Mm-hmm. I'm from Anambra, and I'm from Onitsha, and the traditional wedding is for the woman. You come to my father's compound to marry me.
Respect.
You come to my village to ask for my hand. So it's not about your culture. It's not about what you believe in. It's you coming to seek approval.
Exactly.
To sign and seal my marriage. Exactly. And then, have the elders of the family and my parents say, all right, take this person home. Yeah. Yes. So you don't have the authority and audacity to say something like that in my father's house. That's how I see it. Because you know what? The reason why I say is because whenever I picture my traditional marriage, I actually want to do it in Onitsha, in my village. Yeah. My mom is so against that. My mom's like, why? Just hand to hall here, do it. Like, why? Because growing up, like, my dad is like, I always call him the encyclopedia of Onitsha culture. Anything you ask him about Onitsha, he knows. And I love my culture. Like, growing up, not so much. But the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate it. Yeah. And I want my traditional wedding to be as authentic as possible. So if it's from the guy's side, chances are it won't stand in my father's house. It's just not the culture. But if it's something wild that my side of the family is maybe telling my husband to do, now it becomes a flip side of, would he be okay with it type of thing? Yeah. But then also knowing my boyfriend, inshallah, if we actually end up getting married. Amen. But if it happens, he's very into my Igbo culture as well. So he'll openly agree to it. But then you might have a partner that is not that into it. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of something wild and very specific to my culture per se. I don't know. Let's say something, I don't know. This is very common to everyone. But, the elders will find the heck out of you. Like, you breathe twice. I'm like, sorry, it was only supposed to be one breath. Here, 100,000. So they'll find any reason to find you. Yeah. So let's say maybe you might have a partner that is like, maybe getting so out of it or annoyed or frustrated. Like, why are they doing this? Why they it might be a good time to educate them on your culture, which is something I want to do. Like, when my wedding's around the corner, I actually want to sit down with my dad or the elders or something. Yeah. Walk me through what we're going to expect. Because I don't want to blindside him because he's not from my culture, right? So that is my own take.
So, after marriage, do you think it's normal or it's, I don't know, important or it's needed for both parties to have like their own rooms, like separate rooms? Like you have, your own room. He has his own room, and when you guys argue, it's like, I'm going to my room, don't follow me, kind of thing, or to just get your space.
I'm sorry. Go for a drive, clear your head. What do you mean? When you say, would you take me forever? We didn't think it was that you were saying
in this Canada, you want to have some. Do you know know what? I wouldn't mind having like maybe a closet. You know, like your
sure.
closet. That's
her.
And then he can have his own cave, like a man cave. The basement can be the cave, so that can be your room. If you want to go and sleep there, by all means necessary, go there.
And like you said, like you can have a man cave, but then if you actually choose to go sleep in your man cave, that'll probably be maybe we have an argument, or maybe just want to play some game that you slept off or something, but like not actually going into the wedding with the old mindset of we'll be sleeping in different rooms. Like, what are you doing? No,
you still have your own matrimonial bedroom, but
you just have your own different.
So like when you guys argue,
rooms are we guessing?
That's what I'm saying. This Canada, bro.
This is what I'm going to add to this, and it's funny because this is something I've spoken to with my boyfriend. And I'm like, you know what? If you really want those, you gotta get your shmoney up, honey.
Simple.
But he has this whole concept of, he calls it the East Wing and the West Wing. And I'm like, you're gonna have to give us a mansion for that to really occur.
Oh my god.
But I guess in the beginning of the marriage, it probably wouldn't happen because we're still on the come up. Maybe, along, somewhere down the line. But because he's very much so I love you, but then I also need my space. And I know at the early stages of our relationship, I used to take that as, oh, you don't love me enough. Or like, how dare you want to like not spend every single waking moment with me. But I think I've grown to understand that it's necessary. Like for your relationship to be stronger, you need to give each other space. Be it going out to go do stuff with your girls or whatever the case may be.
Do need that space.
Exactly. So if there's a space in the house that you are gonna create that suits what you want. Yeah. So when you're distressed, when you're just just want to like decompress, you're gonna go there. And for me, I would probably have something similar. And that it's not like every single time we argue, oh, I'm going to go there. It has to be exactly. It has to be something like that is like, of huge importance that I really need my own time to ponder. Because even being in a relationship, let's say you guys are fighting, you have the time to go back to your own house.
Yes.
And you're like, I don't want to speak to you. Oh, a couple of days goes by, don't call me, don't blah, blah, blah. And then you guys will have time to think on something. When you're married, you don't really have that time or space to think. Hence why a lot of people do a lot of long drives.
Yeah.
So if it's like little madness, please go for a drive. Get fresh air.
Go.
F1 on Dundas, I'll be fine. But if it's something exactly safely. But if it's something really, really important and you want to maybe spend the night in your man cave or whatever the case may be, and vice versa, then we're gonna do it. But we're not entering the marriage coin in this as like this is your space. No. This is time out. Go in there. No.
Like us, do you guys think that men and women friendships can actually last?
I'm gonna let you take that one away.
Why you always letting me take it away? Speaking from personal experience, I can only talk based on my own experience. Generally I'll be like, oh yeah, I see a lot of friendships between the opposite sex, but for me, I've not really had that luxury of actually having like lifelong male friends, because it's either like they come on to me like, oh, I want to date you, and
as per the fine girl that you are.
Oh please, but yeah, they come ask me out, and then maybe I'm not interested, and we become friends, or maybe I meet them through somebody, and then they try to be friends first, and then it just comes up at one point or the other where they try to like ask me out. And then it's either I say no, I don't want to date you, and then we become friends, or that's just it. We just don't talk anymore.
I think if you start a friendship with the opposite sex genuinely, there's no you try to hit on me and a friend zone you and then we became friends, then it could work because there's no ulterior motive, there's no agenda, there's no hidden agenda anywhere. And that being said, it's actually, based on myself and my boyfriend, it's actually healthy to have friends of the opposite sex. And I used to say, oh my gosh, I need more male friends, because I know a lot of male species. I know a lot of males, but they're male friends. I only have 2 male friends. One, I call him my guy best friend. Shout out Wilson. What do you call it? And then another one is also just my friend, but he's such a friend that he's literally I feel like he's my little brother. I'm very protective of him. Like if he's going through stuff, it calls me. I'm like, okay, you pause. I gotta talk to him, type of thing. So those are the only 2 that in my head are genuine friendships. Like the rest were oh, try to hit on me, or you double cross me, hit on my friend, or something stupid. So all to say, the males and females, they can be friends, but it has to be genuine.
Yes.
And I hate the fact that when people let's say a female is like, oh no, like I used to be into him, but I'm not even into him anymore. We're just friends. No, it's not. Like I don't think that ever goes away. You're just waiting for the opportunity.
That right time.
Exactly.
And same applies to the guys. Like, oh yeah, that's my best. That's one of the homies now. No, when that homie opens up wide, honey, you're diving in. It's just a matter of like time and opportunity. So if it's genuine right from the jump, like genuinely,
then yes, you have a chance.
You can.
But other than that.
And it's healthy. It's healthy.
So let's switch it up a bit. You know me, I always like to switch things up. Okay. So let's say, you're in a relationship and then you kind of found out that your partner's best friend, they actually slept together when they were like, I don't know, younger or whatever, the beginning of their friendship. But then they realized, actually, let's just be friends. But then it's actually genuine friendship. According to them, there's nothing there, but what they've done in the past. Would you actually be comfortable? Would you be okay with that friendship?
I'll be fine with it.
I want to know more. Why, you'd be fine with it, but why?
Because again, a woman's intuition is the best you've got. Trust your guts, So if I see, and that was one of the things I said to my partner as well, like in the beginning stages of our relationship, we're very much so, in COVID, we didn't really meet people. But then when the world started opening back up, the one thing I kept hammering was, I want to meet your female friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't because I want to be that girlfriend. Ooh. Like, I just want to see your interaction. Because body language does not lie.
It does not.
No matter what, like, you could be spewing, this is my best friend. And then you're it's a wrap around. Literally. Like, so my thing is, if I see your interaction and it's genuinely pure love, it's like friendship, I won't mind. Okay. Now, if I see, I'm here or something, and maybe, I don't know, you skip over me. Oh, boo! So
that's a problem.
We have a problem. Like it's again, that could also mean maybe you're just really like homies, comfortable with them. But I just like to look at body languages, and I won't react the first time I see someone dabs to you in a different way. I'm like, ooh, suspect, But over time, if I'm seeing things and I'm like, okay, this is not aligned with this so-called friendship that you guys are maintaining, then I'm going to speak up. Yeah. And it's going to be problematic. But if you did something with someone, which I have a couple of people in my friends group, like when we were younger, like 13, 14, 15, 16, but now we're like, actual friends in the circle, and it works. So far, that's what it is. I'm good with that. If body languages speak otherwise, then no. But what I'm not good with is, let's say, I don't know, you guys dated some 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then broke up some 2-3 years later, and now you guys are besties, and I'm like the next girlfriend.
No.
That's problematic in my opinion, because the emotions are still there.
Yeah.
The feelings are still there. But if it's like you said, right from way before when they're younger, it's not there. No. Bruh, think of it. Who was your first kiss? And if that person was to walk through this door right now, how would you feel? I wouldn't even feel anything. Okay, exactly.
I have a love-hate relationship with that opposite sex friendship, because I feel like you've had something to do with that person emotionally, sexually, whatever. For you to use the term best friend, that means you're almost always together, whether in the outside or in the confines of your house. Or whatever, anything can come up. Emotions can spring up at some point. She could be vulnerable at some point, where she comes crying to you and is like, "Oh, let me give you a hug," or whatever.
Okay, but I think, sorry to interrupt you, but I think that's where boundaries are important, because although I'm your bestie, doesn't mean I'm sorry, mom. Doesn't mean rub your private parts together for fun. Yeah. Like, no, we're not doing that for a bonding spirit. Like, there are boundaries. Like, especially if you have a female best friend and you're a guy and you have a girlfriend, there are so many boundaries that you have to put in place to make sure that your relationship thrives. Yes. Now, if you're a single man on the streets, do you, honey? When that thing flips and you guys decide to, rekindle, do you? But if like clear boundaries are spoken, like it doesn't even have to be like sit down, like, okay, step 1, 2, but the way you move, the way you react, the way you accept or not accept things that they throw at you would actually essentially define the boundaries, right? The one thing I've also learned is you can't control everyone, girl. Trust me, I
try to control.
No, in terms of, sorry, go ahead, honey.
No, because I get what Fi's saying, and I most definitely get what you're saying. And listen, you gotta be a spokesperson for these best friends people. Because
no, I'm not like, oh my gosh, everyone have the opposite sex.
Because honestly, if I'm gonna speak from experience, like I feel like for me, I'm just a little bit scarred with that whole female best friends. Because no matter what boundaries you set, right? Let's just say me. Let's just say you, because obviously you're in a relationship and you have that boundary set with your partner and, female friends. You don't know, or your partner doesn't even know if that female best friend has feelings for him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know. So I think with me, it's like I'm a little bit scarred because I was going through a breakup. They went out in the afternoon. They went to this and this. And sis, it still went left. So for me, it's like no matter what time, no matter what boundaries, at one point, you're going to get into a vulnerable state, and it just takes that one argument for something to happen. And before you know it, I was talking to my best friend, and then one thing led to another.
But this is okay. So this is what I'm going to say with that. Trust me, the way you were thinking.
Things happen because I see it happen.
It happens 100%, and I'm with you on that. And what I'm going to say with that is everything you just said, very valid, 100%. Have I had that kind of thoughts before? Yeah. 150%. But the one thing... Shout out therapy. The one thing that I've learned, and I'm still trying to learn because it's a learning process, is that the only person you can control is you. Like, if you'd like, be FBI, investigator, lawman, whatever you want to be. Anyone that is going to do what they're going to do, they're going to find a way to do what they're going to do. And that's literally what it is. So it is what it is. So now with that sentence I just said is directed to this female friend, best friend, whatever, right? So now with my partner, I would like to also give you the benefit of a doubt that we've had conversations upon conversations and we've established trust and boundaries that even though you cannot control this other person, because you can't, even if you guys are best friends, if they put their lip on your lip, like you can't control them. But the one thing that you also can control is yourself.
It's self-control.
So in this situation, let's say your best friend is so vulnerable, she's crying, heartbroken, clitoris is throbbing, I don't friggin' know, and then she does something onto you, or she makes a move to, or like, towards you. It is now your due diligence to step up, and either you don't have to overtly say, you're overstepping my boundary, step away 2 feet. No, you don't have to be that. But whatever it is that you're comfortable with, you communicate and you shut it down then and then. Yeah. Because listen, if you shut something down, it is an unspoken language of I will not do this again to this person. Like there are some people like here in Nigeria, like, is it because me? Whatever. So certain people like take insults. If you come at me a certain way, the way I will react, I don't need to tell you not to come at me that way again. But when you see me again in the future, you know that there's an established respect the way you approach me because of the way I handle that situation. So with this partner of yours, if the girl oversteps, whatever, and they set them straight, this girl will not do it again. And if they do it again, now again, you have to entrust in your partner enough that they have to cut things off. Because I'm not the one to say you can't be friends with XYZ, you can't be friends with this person. Because funny enough, my partner is actually friends with a lot of females. Like some of them are very platonic. Some, was like, and then we're friends, whatever. And the one thing I have said is like, I can't control you and vice versa. Right? So and the thing is, he's actually made the move to, I don't want to say cut off, because cut off is so strong, but to stop being friends with XYZ because XYZ was overstepping, and then he was reinstating his boundary and XYZ was still violating the boundaries. So they don't communicate anymore. And it's like, it's no ill feelings. It's just like, you don't respect me enough to respect what I want, right? And they went their separate ways. It's not a beef thing. Like if you see in a large gathering, like, hey, hi, bye, right? So you have to trust yourself only. You can only control yourself. And then you have to give your partner the benefit of a doubt enough that they trust themselves, and then they can also make the move and control themselves. And if all fails,
it is what it is. Honestly, it's all about trust.
What happens in the dark shall always come to light.
Period. And I would say cheating is a choice because you have that self-control. How do you guys feel when guys in general just ask women, what do you bring to the table?
Myself, I bring myself to the table,
baby. No, but for real, like, how do you guys actually feel? Because like I hear this a lot, and I'm just like, That's literally what I'm like.
I don't know. Sounds like an interview. Like,
I'm just literally going like, okay, so question: these people that say, "What do you bring to the table?" Are they directly asking this person, "Hey, XYZ, what do you bring to the table?"
Yeah, it's literally like a conversation. Like, what do you bring to the table?
I guess, I think that question can be phrased in ways that's not that bad.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because if my partner and I are, conversing about future plans.
Yes.
By then I'm through that. You'll know what I bring to the table and vice versa. So to say that conversation doesn't happen is false. It happens.
It does.
But the nature of how it happens can be very different.
Yep.
Now, overtly just asking someone bluntly, "Oh, what do you bring to the table?" That's very stupid. No, that's very stupid, in my opinion. No. Like, I bring myself to the table.
Like, the table, the plates, the cutlery.
But if a more mature person asks that question, you guys can have a good conversation. What do you bring? Because a relationship is really just...
It's a push and pull.
Yeah, exactly. It's a partnership. Mm-hmm. So what I bring might not necessarily be what... Like your strongest suit and vice versa. So we balance each other. So everyone brings different things to the table. Because if you don't bring anything to a table, the relationship can actually work.
The table
it'll be one-sided and it's gonna flip over.
Exactly.
So but then being in a relationship, you actually, after like a while, you don't even have to ask that question. You tend to know the person. You guys actually behave a certain, you already know the person, you already see that person for who they are. So it won't really be in that phrase what you bring to the table. It will be more about talking about things you've seen, things you think the person is capable of doing, planning and everything. It won't just be, oh, what you bring to the table. Like I said, it's actually very stupid. And
very stupid
I've seen on Twitter that a lot of guys actually ask that question. Even on Twitter,
they'll
be like, "Oh yeah, what do you bring to the table?" I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, I'm never in an interview. Like, I don't why do you ask
on a date and be like, "Hey, so Mr. XYZ, what do you bring to the table?"
I saw a tweet where a guy was ranting about a girl went on a date with, and they sat down, they placed their orders and everything, and then he was asking the girl, so where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? And then the girl was trying to like evade the question, and then the next thing he's asking is, "Oh, what do you bring to the table?" And then the girl got pissed, and then she, according to him, rudely left the table. So it was kind of like asking his audience what they think about that. And I was reading through the comment section. You know how it is with Nigerians. Guys are like siding with him, the girls are like arguing back and forth. Oh, it's not like that. Why would you ask that kind of question? Blah 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 blah. And then the girl came on and was like, "Oh, that was not actually how it happened," which I understand, because I mean, when you have like a dispute with someone, you tend to tell the stories how best is.
So there's always three sides.
You know, like how he said it sounded kind of like, oh, she was really rude and whatever. But then the girl was like, the way she painted the picture was more like she just sat down. I think it was waiting for her. She got there, they hugged each other, sat down, placed orders, and then the next thing she said, according to her, she was trying to just sip a drink, and then boom, boom, boom. Guys asking questions like he came with, when you come with a PDF file, like okay, like
emotional intelligence. Clearly, he failed at that.
So she was like,
he failed.
Even if you're gonna have that conversation, I don't think it's first date worthy, because you're trying to like get to even know if you can stand each other.
Even if you're asking to ask it on a first date, it's not first 10 questions.
It's
like when the dessert is being waited on, and then the bill. You guys want to now transfer this date to another location. Then that conversation.
But you know, there's someone I know that I should not name names, because he will just get dragged. He actually has an Excel sheet of questions, and like before if he likes a girl or he wants to talk to a girl, he will send it to the girl.
He actually sends it rude. Stupid.
For the girls to actually like answer. And one of my friends actually told me about it, because that happened to her as well.
So on top of my 9 to 5,
I think he sent it to a girl, and then let's say the girl's name is Fa.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just no way, because you go here, let's say it's you, and then he was sending it to you. He literally forgot to take out Fa from the name.
God.
So
shit.
I was like, so my friend sent it to me.
So this is an interview.
What is this rubbish
job application?
But you don't even bother that I might actually answer. The answer is
these questions were mad.
It's kind of like.
No, but this is stupid. Okay, this is what I would say. The guy, very stupid, very immature. I'm sorry if I know you personally.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I can answer those questions the way I want you to hear them. If you're asking me, so according to this question, what is going to the table, I'll answer them based on what you want to hear.
But even that, I'm sorry, not any one of them.
So it's like you're gonna.
No, I'm trying to think in his own perspective of he wants to hear a response, right? The girl could easily tell him what he wants to hear.
Worth his time.
Okay, but this
really,
is
to me, it's like you're going through interview, say like a recruiter screen.
Yeah, I know, right?
Recruiter screening. So the hiring manager.
I have to go through what 9 to 5.
This is what I'm going to chime in and say. This person is very immature. In the sense that, this is what I will also say, we're having a list is not wild. We all have it. Believe it or not. We all have it. And in my single days, when I was, like, going through dating people, I got so tired of running out of questions to ask over dinner. I actually made notes in my iPhone of questions. Yeah. But then now, the stupidness and the immaturity of this human being you're talking about is sending it. I'm sorry, I'm not applying for a job. Is it a 6-figure relationship? Like, why do I have to sit down and really keep Don't let
me lie. If it,
It's a 6-figure relationship.
I mean, if he gets in a relationship,
Okay, then make it clear. Be like,
this is
compensation. Would you like part-time or full-time?
You will get all
my glasses,
and
get
these are the benefits.
Exactly.
Wow.
3 weeks vacation every other month.
Everything.
Be clear. So if that's how you want to approach it because you got money, then let's be clear. Like, because you could have literally just opened your own Excel by yourself, pick 3 or 4 questions, ask on one date. Further. Okay, come back with the answer, ponder upon it. Is this something I like in this girl? Ask her out on another date, pick another 10 questions with you. Ask, like, come on. Like,
I think it's just crazy. But no, guys, this is a funny one. Would you guys ever date or marry a guy that's bisexual? Like, I want to hear the ladies' point of view.
Would you date,
or would you marry someone that's bisexual?
The Nigerian in me is too conk. Even like,
well, okay, let's say you guys didn't know and you guys were dating like a long-term relationship. But let's say you guys were about to get married or something, and it tells you your babe, like,
okay, so my question So my question is this. So you're bisexual. Bisexual means you can be either with a man or a woman, correct?
So the man.
So we've been together. Oh yeah, in the instance, I would imagine. So we've been together for XYZ amount of years. So you haven't cheated on me, right? So that means you haven't fucked another guy.
I mean, we don't know that because he didn't tell you that part. He just literally told you. I'm bisexual.
But my own question is, why are you telling me? That means you're trying to tell me, okay, so there's a possibility.
This is a possibility that this might come out.
If you see my male best friend, and maybe
would you guys actually like? Let's say just before the wedding, they tells you that. Would you actually like cancel the wedding?
Okay, so this is the thing. It's never happened to me. God, it will never happen to me. It will never happen to me. But I do have a friend that it's actually happened to. And I'm going to, hopefully this is okay, speak through her experience. Yeah. And she was okay with it.
Okay.
Not because it was something that she judged this person on. She's like, thank you very much for opening up, because that's not a lot. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of guys are very questionable, but they won't ever open their mouth to say so. But so it takes courage for this person to even come out to you to tell you so, right? So she was appreciative of that, and she was actually willing to overlook it, because again, and hence why I said you guys have been together for XYZ, because if you're bisexual, that means in this moment, in this phase of your life, you're into this girl, right? So, and if you're faithful in your relationship to this girl, that means you're not into another guy, right? You're not into other people, male or female. So at this point, now you want to marry this person, so that means you're also not cheating on this person, right? So this friend of mine was willing to overlook that. Essentially, like, this is a part of who you are. Maybe if it comes up in the future, we can deal with it, but for now, it's not something I have to worry about, because based on, the nature of a relationship, this is not something that we've had to worry about. But then, long story short, he was wild on other aspects, like not, sexuality related. So they ended up breaking up. And I asked her, because that was my first time ever, knowing somebody that, was into someone that was bisexual. And she was like, honestly, like, if you really think about it, like, there's no difference. So far, he's not doing both of y'all at the same time. Like, this is a part of him that, he tapped in a certain part of his life, and then this is where he's at. But again, like she said, the Nigerian in me will be so fast to be like, oh, never. And like I said, I've never experienced, don't want to. But if someone out there has, it's not worthy of writing off this partner list, especially if you guys have built something nice. Now, if it's a fuckboy on the streets and he tells you this, please, come on, be going. Because that's how I see it.
Because I see it as, if you're telling me you're bisexual, right, it means you're still bisexual. If you said I was bisexual, it never goes away. So you still have that fantasy. At one point in our marriage, you still want to go and, meet a guy. Or you might even ask me, hey, can we have a threesome, but this time with a guy rather than the girl? how would you feel if, would you be offended if your partner, doesn't post you on social media and he tells you, listen, I want this part of us to be private? Like, would you find it offensive, or would you think, there's more to it?
Take it away, honey.
I will talk about this one because I've had a personal experience with someone I tried to date who said something about, but we're just having a conversation and was like, even if we get married, he doesn't want to post his family on social media because he wants to keep that part private. And, even not for anything, just for the security reasons and all.
Right.
And then in my head, I'm thinking, okay, security has... like you're the governor or the prime minister, or
Like, the government knows no bounds.
But then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm actually very how I put it, I'm very skeptical sometimes. Like, I tend to think about things in my head over and over again. So like when he said that to me, I'm thinking about it in my head and I'm like, there should be other reasons why you don't want to put me, like, if you're talking about the future, we're not there yet. Like, why are you telling me now so I can get prepared mentally that, okay, my partner is not exactly. So I'm asking him, okay, how about when we start dating? Like, let's talk about now. Like, is it something that you would do? Or is it that situation where you post my leg or my wrist?
Not my leg.
That one annoys me the most.
My nail.
Wait, sorry, I'm so, because you just mentioned it. That one annoys me. Because if you don't want to post, why are you posting the neck, the ear, the feet?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry.
You come for me direct.
It was a choice. I used to do it when I was younger. Now I know better. So when you know better, you do better. When I was younger,
you put emoji on their face.
Oh no, that one is the. Oh, there's a girl on the page where she will take beautiful photos with her partner, and then she just took away. No, she didn't blur. She took it away. So she's taking pictures with an alien. Essentially,
I don't like that.
That's stupid.
If you don't want to post, for me,
I'm actually guilty of that one. I know I did that before. I did that before. I posted the leg, the hand.
No,
but I mean that was like a while back.
Yeah, this is what I was saying.
Sorry.
I was too heated on that.
I love the relay.
But yeah, so like I'm thinking about it, and then I'm asking, okay, so is it gonna be a station where you post my hand and whatnot? And then it's like, it doesn't really think so that, but maybe sometimes when I post, maybe his wristwatch or his hand or something, and he will repost it. I'm like, really? Are you serious?
To the wristwatch,
and I'm like, are you serious right now? And then I mean, I did have a reason to be concerned because eventually, like, probably on the third date or something, he gave me his phone to take a picture of him where the elevator coming down, and it's like, oh, can you take a picture of me real quick? And then before he gave the phone to me, I see him turning off his network and putting it on airplane mode, and I'm like,
there's more.
That's very suspicious.
That's weird. And trust me, being a Nigerian, insecure girl, when he gave the phone to me, I was acting like I was taking pictures. And I know that thing on iPhone when you swipe up and then you can see all the apps open. The one before then, it was a chat open with a girl. They were actually going out together that day to a wedding. She was sending pictures of her getting ready. Wow. I was going home because I had work.
Was this person like your actual boyfriend or dating?
No. We're still kind of dating or in a relationship. We're just, So I'm like, okay. And then I took the pictures and I gave the phone back to him. And I'm asking him, okay, so remind me again, like, you're going to this event alone, right? I was like, oh yeah, he's meeting up with one of his friends, his childhood friend. We're going to meet up there. It's not going to be a guy thing. They're not going to be, I wish you could come with me, babe. I'm like,
come with me?
I can, right? I'll call him say
like, your wish has been granted.
I went home and I started thinking about it. I'm like, I was trying to retrace my steps mentally, thinking about, okay, were there times when he said, aside from the whole picture thing, were there times when he actually said something, or maybe I was trying to make sense of it. Yeah. And I go on Instagram, he was posting pictures from the event where I would see him like recording himself and a guy, and then maybe it would turn the camera and I would see like a shoe or something. And I'm going back to you can post a shoe or something. I was seeing heels, and it was just funny, right? But then he had a lot of followers. I'm like, maybe I should have known, because he had like more than 50,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should have actually known that this was, But then on that topic, since then, so I'm like, okay, that's why I actually don't want to post, because I felt like he was probably dating like me and 5 other people. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so since then, I kind of, like you said earlier, I was kind of like scared from that. So when a guy tells me, oh, I can't post you, or maybe when we get married or whatever, like, what does it change? Like, people date and fall out of love. Like, if we date and we end up breaking up, like, take it off, Yeah. But I don't think I subscribe to the whole. I mean, I won't force it on you. I won't say, oh, post me or we're done. No. But I want to believe that there's some moments when you want to capture, like, maybe something happened, maybe my birthday, or maybe we go for an event that's very special, and I'm in the cut. I'm not expecting you to cut me out of the picture and then post yourself, and, you know, so situations like that, yes, but not telling me upright and telling me, oh, I'm not going to post you, or I don't want to post you for security reasons or stuff like that. Just like most time when they say that, there's actually like a hidden agenda.
I mean, for that guy, it's definitely security, because he would have been busted up.
That was actually security reasons. So see, it wasn't about the kidnapping. This is actually security reasons.
How about you?
So I think, well, I'm so sorry that happened to you, by the way.
That's okay.
A nice thing to happen to somebody. I don't know. I think I have a lot to say about that, but I'm going to filter my thoughts. And if someone, first of all, if they have to overtly say, I don't want to post you for XYZ reason, honey, like, you already have your answer there. Like, you don't even need to go that further. You already have your answer. For someone to go out their way to say, I'm not going to post you for XYZ reason. Now, I do understand that some people are private, right? Some people don't like to put certain aspects of their lives online. I understand that. For me personally, something similar like that occurred at some point in my relationship. And it was kind of like, I'm a blogger, as you can see, or whatever. And as much as I document a good chunk of my life online, there's so much that people don't know. And I like it that way, right? So when I started dating my boyfriend, I was very, because a lot of people actually, like a lot of my girlfriends at some point was like, oh my gosh, I thought Ral was going to be that one that, she got into a relationship and every 2 seconds, my boy and me, kissy. And I'm like, you'd be shocked. So for me, it's like, I didn't want to, I guess for lack of a better word, and I don't like to say the word show him to the world, because what the frick is show him to the world? But I just didn't want to post yet. And a part of me was essentially grounded on, like, let's say your scar, for example. I've dated a lot of assholes, for lack of a better word. I've dated a lot of assholes, and I didn't want to put something out there and then tomorrow it turns sour. And then now, again, you don't owe anyone an explanation, to be honest. But then the people that we are, for some reason feel like we need to explain ourselves, right? So now I don't want to now overcompensate by doing XYZ because this now turns sour, or whatever the case may be. So I held on. I have tons of photos and pictures I wanted to post. Held on. But now I feel like we're in the seasoned part of a relationship. And also shout out to Instagram close friends, because let me see some things. But like, I feel like I'm very, now that I'm okay with, if I post, I don't know, let him grab my ass, my titties, or whatever the case may be. If it turns sour tomorrow, God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen. But I'm okay with what my relationship has offered me so far, and I don't need to explain anything to anyone while it turns sour, or whatever the case may be. And I don't want to think about it that it's going to turn sour. So I want to celebrate my love and what I have with this person. So I'm going to post that. And also, he's also, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say a public figure, but also he's out there. Because at some point before I started posting him very frequently, like, people will go out, because some people knew he was my boyfriend, and they will be at an event where he's like DJing at, and they send me videos. And I said, the one thing you have to not worry about is cheating, because if anyone that follows me see you doing something wild, I will get a video. And then at first he didn't like that, because he thought, oh my gosh, like, people are monitoring my moves, like, what the hell? I'm like, no, actually a lot of people are just excited to see Ral's boyfriend in real life, or whatever the case may be. So they're like, oh my gosh, oh, your boyfriend is here, oh, look at your boyfriend. It's not because they're trying to say, oh, look what your boyfriend is doing. You're just like, oh, well, this is the person that I see her posting. I see this person in person now. So all to say, now I'm okay with posting more, because I have that, for lack of a better word, security in my relationship. And again, it's very trauma-based, not going to lie. It's very, like, similar to what you felt. I didn't want to play, like, the very first day I wanted to show the entire world, oh my gosh, my boyfriend. But you were hurt, you feel that, and then you reel back, right? So now, on his aspect, he's also a very out there person. He posts things. He's not a relationship person. Like, if you go through his page now, there's no photo of me. And for someone that, like, let's say I wasn't now secure the way I am, I might have felt a type of way, oh my gosh, you're not posting me, or whatever the case may be. But his thing is, because we've been at events where someone, I don't know, we're at, the most recent, we're at a baby shower, and the MC comes to me, and the MC was like, marry him, or something like that, I don't know. And then we're talking about it when we're going home, and I was like, oh my gosh, so random that the MC and you were together. When I was like, no, I told him you're my girlfriend. So to him, I don't need to post you to tell the world that you're mine, right? So he does the due diligence in real life, like meet my babe. This is my babe. Oh, that one, that day, that's my girlfriend. Yeah. So if you're doing that, I don't need you to post me to show. And then I do post them sometimes, and people know that we're together. It's not rocket science. Yeah. So all to say, I get why people feel like you post me or else, because oh my gosh, like God forbid you're dating X, Y, Z. And I also get it because a lot of people, a lot of traumatic situations I've heard about, people are like, oh, that's your boyfriend, oh, that's the XYZ that try to do XYZ. So because of that, it's like, oh, post me, just in case. Is there someone there that also does that? I know, you can eliminate that.
Like for me, I'm a big believer, just enjoy yourselves privately, and then when it gets to that stage, then you can start posting. For me, if it doesn't post me on his feed, that's fine. Yeah, because if I see, because I see that if I see that you're not someone that posts your relationship on feed anyway, I don't expect you to post me. But if you used to do that a lot, and all of a sudden you're not posting, that's like, okay, like I'm a fan.
Because even with my boyfriend, I literally have to tell him to post his personal life on the feed because it's a DJ. So most of his posts are DJ related. DJ stuff, so I'm like, no, but we travel. We just went somewhere. Post a sunny photo, damn it.
Yeah, so like story post. Yeah, that's more than fine. Yeah. But like you said, do your due diligence. Tell people, this is my girl. Like, I think for me, what's more important is how you introduce me to people.
Real life.
If you say this is my friend, but then we're sleeping in bed together.
Friend what?
Stay in that friendship. We're out. But I think for me it's not. It's honestly
based on what you were saying earlier about whatever he's doing in the darkness will come to light. I feel like a lot of people just don't want to go through that because sometimes the light takes time. Like, but I don't want to date someone for 5 years and then that's 5 years lost.
The thing is, as much as you try to think of it as that 5 years is lost, it's not, because that 5 years before that darkness came to light, you enjoyed this person. You guys enjoy, because I feel like we're so stuck on, when you're in a serious relationship, it must lead to marriage. God forbid if it doesn't. I failed. No, you haven't. No. You've met people. Like, I've dated people as much as they were assholes. In the 3-4 months that they were phenomenal, I had a great time. Yeah, and I remember those. You know what I mean? Those have shaped who I am as a person. So we need to really, I guess, like, let go of
paranoia.
How do you say it? Like, paranoia, insecurity, being scared, starting with the end in mind.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people, it's kind of like hard to tell someone that has always been back to back getting hurt. So now tell the person, okay, let go of your insecurity.
Oh, sweetie, trust me, honey. I am not saying, the one thing I would say to you, I am not here trying to tell you, hey, Fa, drop it. Sweetie, no. I've been in therapy for 10 years. I'm still trying to drop it. It's a day. Sometimes I drop it more. Sometimes I pick it all back up. It takes time. So I'm not here to tell you to drop anything, like, instantly. But also, it sucks trying to live your life and be in a relationship in fear and insecurity. And forget insecurity. I feel like even if you get over that relationship insecurity, there are other insecurities in life that will, tackle you. But I think I want to use the word trauma. Like, it sucks trying to live out your relationship based on past traumas, based on how this other guy treated you, based on XYZ. Because as much as in the beginning stages, sometimes it still peaks its ugly head up, but in the beginning stages of my relationship, I did a lot of comparing. Like I said, it's only a matter of time. You think you're so good at XYZ. Like, I went through my FBI shit, I'm not gonna lie. We've talked about this, so he knows. But I went through my FBI stage, and I wasn't finding anything. And usually when you do your FBI, you don't find anything, now you rest, Abby. But no, because you're so insecure and you're so traumatized, you want to find something so bad. And he actually said, the more you look, like, you actually put it out in the universe. Because one day that shoe that you see, you find it, and you're like, oh no, well, if it drops, that means you made a drop, or whatever the case may be. So it's almost like that traumatized, person in me is like, oh, I'm not finding anything. Everything is checking out. It's only a matter of time. Let me check again. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's 3. Like, but then it sucks. So like the one thing I'll advise you. I am no expert. I'm still learning. But the one thing I would say to you is, when you get into your head, trust me, you will. It's life. When you get into it, reel yourself back into the present. Remind yourself why you're with this person, or even if you guys are not in a relationship, you're just casually dating. Remind yourself the most fun you guys had, the most recent time. Like, live in the moment. Whatever will happen will happen. You can date someone for 10 years and feel like, oh, now I am certain. And then you wake up tomorrow and the person cheated on you. Boom. But guess what? It does not nullify the other 10 years you guys have been together. So relax, enjoy life. And as I'm spewing this to you is also a lesson I'm taking back because it's also an everyday learning experience for me. So
it's honestly about just enjoying the moment. I think what's also important is, like, for me, like, I also went through back to back. I'm like, yo, like, what is this?
Yeah.
Well, I had to reevaluate, like, what are the trends in these guys?
Yeah.
Like, what do they have similar? And I noticed that they were all exactly the same. Just honestly different faces and different heights. That's just it. So I had to just change things up. Like, just make a list of what you're looking for and also the kind of person you are. Because like that's what helped me. Like, I literally wrote down, okay, this is who Oyin is. And this is kind of person that matches Oyin. Right? And then I just switched it up and just enjoy and just enjoy being by yourself. And I think
that's helped me a lot.
If you're looking for somebody and you find someone, you're going to start looking for what's wrong with that thing. You're not going to enjoy the moment. So like what Ral said, honestly, relax.
Relax, live in the moment.
Relax, live in the moment. When you find that person, enjoy it.
Girls like us,
I wish we could go on this turn into advice session. Okay. So I hope you guys took notes because listen, I took mental notes as well. But I want to just play a quick game just to kind of like break the tension.
Yes.
Because I feel like this is so
I know, right? Like,
it's hard. Just what's going on?
Personal things and
so far, I'm gonna get you to just pick a card, just read it out, and we're gonna just have a quick conversation and then wrap things up. Just pick a card.
Should a spouse who has recently decided to no longer have sex allow their partner to have other sexual partners?
Should a spouse, I think I'm at church, who has recently decided to no longer have sex allow their spouse, who they told they don't want to have sex with anymore,
you better let the person bust it wide open for other people. Partner. Yes?
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's not what I signed up for.
Right.
What's the revelation?
This is a rhetorical question.
Right?
It's like, excuse me, if you don't want to have sex with me, I can't have cobwebs down there. Because scientifically speaking, I saw something on Instagram, even doctors say it. Sex is good for the body.
Yeah.
If you don't have sex, you're gonna be hard like a wood. You're gonna be
even before you start having sex, masturbation is good for the body when you're a little kid.
Right.
Religion frowns upon it, but it's actually
right. I'm sorry, but you can't keep me locked up with no.
So is it like this partner is expecting me to also go celibate because they chose not to have sex?
I guess so.
I guess so. So do you think they should allow you to have another option out there to give you that sexual
they should take me.
Seriously, no, it's like, I'll try and please you, baby.
Give you a left.
Please her.
And you know what? Wait for me and pick me back up. Take me home so you know I'm coming back home to you. So, but this was great, guys. Thank you, ladies, so much. This was honestly great. I love the gist and the cocktails and the mocktails. And honestly, Thank you guys.
Given. The drink is given.
I don't know if I'm even lit already. My
girl, I'm like
on its own. But let's just round it up with like a quick, introduction again. Say your business, whatever Instagram you have, and then we can just finish it off and just sign out.
Okay, well, if you guys forgot, my name is Ral. You can find me on Instagram at ral.onyes. I'm a lifestyle blogger, also a makeup artist. You can find me at Makeup I Love Glam on Instagram. And then if you want to escape the winter or just, want to decompress,
go on vacation.
Go on 360vacations.ca and you can book a trip. I will curate your trip and show you a good time.
Yes, queen.
Thanks for having me and it was a great time.
You're welcome. I love it.
Oh, hi guys. I'm sure you didn't forget me.
That's the energy.
This is far. Like I said earlier, I'm a chef and a support worker. My personal page on Instagram is FAACHIA.XX. My business page is Appetite by Far. If you don't want to cook, I got you. If you don't know how to cook, I got you still. But that's it. It was nice to have me on the show. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you, Oyin. It was nice to meet you, Ral.
Thank you guys so much. It's your girl, Oyin. You can catch us on Instagram, Insync Toronto, YouTube, TheTalkativeX. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see these lovely ladies again, please just, comment down below. Bring back Ral, bring back Far, and we can have this conversation again and just with you guys. And thank you so much. And always on love and light. Always.
Love it.
Love and light.
I can never do the hard, but
I don't know what to do. Am I doing it right?
I literally can't do it.
I'm sure the Gen Zs don't have a problem with this.
Girls like us, we don't want to trouble me, no one no fuss. Coming out of place, you know, interrupt. I know that you watching me, you ain't gotta tell